sky, so vast is the sky, with faraway clouds just wandering by. Where do they go? Oh, I don't know. Don't know. Wind that speaks to the leaves, telling stories that no one believes. Stories of love belong to you, belong to me. Oh, Gingy, if I only had words, I would say all the beautiful things that I see when you're with me. Oh, my Gingy. Oh, Gingy, like the song of the wind in the trees, that's how my heart is singing, Gingy. Happy Gingy, when you're with me. I love you more each day, yes I do, yes I do. I'd let you go away if you take me with you. Don't you know, Gingy, I'd be running and searching for you like a river that can't find the sea. That would be me without you, my Gingy. I love you more each day, yes I do, yes I do. And I'd let you go away if you take me with you. Don't you know, Gingy, I'll be running and searching for you like the river that can't find the sea. That would be me without you, my Gingy. Oh, Gingy. Oh, 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 ba-da-da, ba-da-da, oh. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad to see everybody. Make sure you comment in the chat. Let us know where you're at, where you're coming from, where you're learning from. So today we're going to be talking about karaoke, right? Who doesn't love karaoke? Me. Hate it. It is very difficult to sing karaoke, in part because you don't necessarily have control over all of the elements like you do with a band. But there are ways that you can make the best of a performance, even if it's a karaoke. Okay, that's what we're going to be talking about today. So, welcome to Learn to Sing with Omega. I'm Omega, singer, songwriter, and music education specialist. Learn to Sing has singing lessons, music lessons, pro tips, and tricks to help you become a better singer. Hit those high notes, nail those low notes, belt it out, and hold it longer. I'm here to help. In a supportive community, I turn people into singers, singers into musicians, and musicians into professionals. I teach the mechanics of singing and music theory to help you find your voice so that you can sing your song. Okay, so tip number one is warming up your voice before you sing. It doesn't make sense to start running a race on a cold cart, right? You gotta warm everything up first. That's the most important thing, right? And so it could be something simple. It can be, just some vocal exercises. One, one, two, one, one, two, three, two, one, one, two, three, four, three, two, one, one, two, three, four, five, four, three, two, one, one, two, three, four, five, five, four, five, five, four, three, four, five, five, four, three, two, three, four, five, five, four, three, two, one. Right? Just so that you're agile. Or maybe you're going to do some buzzes. Or, if you only have a minute, maybe you'll start from the bottom of your voice and then go all the way up and then all the way back down. Like, right? Just maybe do that one or two times, right? But just something to engage your vocal instrument, right? To get it ready. All right. So once you've done that, you're at the club. You got to choose the right song. Pick a song that suits your vocal range and that you genuinely enjoy. Because a friend of mine, Meek, said, "Oh, I want you to sing this song." And while it's beautiful, it doesn't fit my range, right? And it doesn't really fit my style. And I love singing along with the original singer, but it's not what I do, right? So while I love Mariah Carey, I don't sing like her. So I don't sing her songs, except if they're paying, right? If they're paying big bucks, I'm gonna work it out. But as a free will choice, I would not choose Mariah Carey songs, right? Because she's a different type of singer. But I could choose a Whitney Houston song, right? They're slightly different. Whitney's a little bit lower than Mariah is. And but yeah, so I would pick a Whitney song over a Mariah song. But I would still, if I had the choice, I would pick a male vocalist song over a female vocalist, because the problem with singing karaoke is that everyone is expecting you to sound like the original. And if you are a carbon copy of the original, it's boring. And if you're different and not better, it sounds bad. Right? So you want to pick someone that sounds totally different from you. And so I like to pick boy songs to sing, or singers that don't sing that well, that I can sing better than, because I need to be great. I need to be a star when I'm on a karaoke stage. Right? So I pick male singers, and men do really well singing female songs, because if a guy sings a Whitney Houston song, there's no real comparison. And so then you're just evaluating, enjoying, taking in just that performance, as opposed to comparing that male to the female. Right? So like I sing Prince songs and people are like, "Oh my God." But he sings falsetto. So he sings in a woman's range. And one of his pen names is a girl. I can't remember her name. And so he was writing as a girl, and he writes for a lot. He wrote, excuse me, he wrote for lots of women. So a man singing a female song or a female singing a male song makes for a better presentation, because then it's not, you don't have the word, you don't have to worry about a comparison. But if you're a female and you sing other women's songs, that's perfectly fine. It's just better if you sound different or better than the original, right? So singing a Bob Dylan song would be very easy because he's not a singer, he's more of a poet who sings. You know what I mean? So like you can always sound great on a Bob Dylan song if you like his music. Okay, tip number 3. Practice. Now, just like with Jules and Monique in our Saturday classes, you can practice karaoke. What they're doing is karaoke, because they don't have a band in their house. They're playing the music right from their phone, right? So you can go on YouTube, and that's the blessing of being alive here in our today, being alive today in our day and age, that everything you need, you have access to freely, easily, right? Google the name of a song and space and then karaoke, Karaoke, karaoke. And or you can type in the title of the song plus instrumental, and versions will pop up, several versions. My favorite company that makes tracks is called Karaoke Version. Their vocalists are sometimes flat, out of tune, and don't, if it's an American singer, they might mispronounce things because I think they're a French company. It's close enough, but not close enough for an American, right? So if you're European, it might be good enough. They're singers, but their instrumentals are delicious. Grade A, top shelf, sound just like the record. Excellent, excellent. Karaoke Version. That's my favorite company to make. Um, and they're not too expensive. I think they're like $1.25 or something like that. And they always have these coupons. And so like if you buy 10 songs, you'll get a coupon for a free song. Um, so practice the song. And then the other thing that I also like about Karaoke Version is that some of their tracks, you can get rid of various parts. Like you can get rid of the drummer, the basses, the guitars, the pianist. Like if you also sing and play an instrument, if you're a guitarist, you can take out the guitar part, so you could be playing guitar live while you're singing with a full sounding band. And you can change the keys to all 12 keys very easily. Um, it's just a matter of downloading that version. Um, but they're a great company. This is not sponsored. They don't even know I exist. Um, though they might, because I used to spend a lot of money with them when I was still living in Germany. But anyway, so you need to practice, right? Get karaoke versions of songs at home and practice. Practice, 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 practice. Okay? You can also practice by singing along with the original artist, but then you run the risk of not sounding as good as the original artist, for one. A better solution would be to practice with a cover version, right? Because I've got cover versions of various songs, and so they give you other little nuances and other little ad libs that will make you sound different than the original, right? And so they do some of that work for you. If you copy 5 different originals and you blend them together, then you have your whole new sound. And that's the whole point of art, is because nothing is new under the sun. The sun makes everything for us, right? And so a plant might be shaped, a cactus plant might be shaped another way, but a bamboo plant is shaped another way, but they're still both plants, right? So, but it's the way their soil has adapted the energy to make them a cactus and a bamboo, right? And so as an artist, you're taking lots of different pieces, putting them together to make you as an artist, right? So listen to cover versions, listen to the originals, and practice singing alone without those two, but steal from those two and mix them up together. So if you mix them up together, then it's an original, it's a new work, not an original work, but it's a new work. But if you copy verbatim, it's just a cover, and that can sound boring. But covering other versions of covers makes something interesting and new. Okay. So practice, 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 practice before you get to the club. Okay. All right. Tip number 4. When you're on stage, engage the audience, because you're not at home, right? And the whole point in going to a karaoke club is to sing with other people, right? And to have a live audience that's slightly inebriated, slightly drunk, and ready to have a good time. They want to have fun with you. They want to laugh. They want to have a great time. So make sure you look at people and that you're singing to someone about something. Smile. Invite the audience to come and sing with you on the chorus, or maybe like the bridge. If they see you having a good time, they're going to have more fun, right? And you can say something like, come on, y'all, I need help with this part. And you let them sing something that might be out of your range. It might be too high or too low. And so you just point to them, and they're just going to join in because they're here to have a good time. They're here to whoop it up. So let them whoop it up, and let them whoop it up with you, and be in on the experience. Be the leader of the experience. In a sense, you're a magician, that you're wielding the energy of the crowd. And if you do that really well, they're going to love you, right? If you bring them up and then you bring them down, you bring them up and then you bring them down, they're going to have a blast, and they're not going to forget you. When the singer is just singing to themselves with their eyes closed, that's the worst. Your eyes are the connection to the soul. And if you give people a piece of your soul, they're going to give you a piece back, right? All of these people are taking from your soul. But if you give that part of your soul, that many people are giving you that much more soul back, right? So make sure that you open your eyes, you look into the audience, and you connect with as many people as possible, right? If people wanted a big arena experience, they would be paying something different. They would be going to something different. But people go to karaoke bars, clubs, restaurants for the close experience of that exchange of energy. Okay. So make sure that you engage the audience. All right. So for tip number 5, we're still on the stage, right? Now, while Whitney Houston is my queen, I love her singing. All she normally does is stand in the middle under a spotlight. And now, if I had her voice, of course, I would stand in the middle of the stage and motion to the audience. But for us mere mortals with regular voices, we got to use the stage. We got to move, right? Go to the left and shoot it up with them. Go to the right and shoot it up with them. Come to the middle and shoot it up with them, right? You want to use the whole stage. You want to let them know that this is your house. You can walk wherever you want to. You can throw your shoes off. You can throw your hair back, right? You can unzip your jacket. You can do whatever you want to do because it's your stage. You got to show them the dominance that you are the artist, even if it's just for 5 minutes. Okay. And if you're shy, you got to get over it. You have to understand that your job as the performer is to perform. Okay. And the worst thing that can happen is that you forget your words, trip, fall, and bust your face. But you're not going to die. But I promise you, if you forget your words, they're going to remember you. If you trip and fall, they're going to remember you. They're going to laugh. It's going to be funny. They're going to enjoy it. Right. So tripping and falling and forgetting your words, they're not terrible. If you recover from them gracefully and you laugh and allow them to laugh, it becomes a glorious moment. Because as you're falling over, everybody's and the energy is so electric. And then you hit, you break the tension. And if you get up and say, I'm okay, They'll all cheer, we'll all have a great time, and we'll enjoy the moment. And they'll remember when that girl fell on the stage? Oh my gosh. Right? So, of course, if you get hurt, that's a problem, and no one's going to enjoy that. But if you just trip over a cord and you fall, it is not the end of the world if you laugh at it and move on, right? And you let them enjoy the moment, right? And you turn that into a circus, right? And you become something of a clown. There's nothing wrong with that when you're on the stage. There's no rules when you're on stage except to entertain the crowd. And you might find that a little bit demeaning, but that's your job as the entertainment, is to relieve the stress of everybody in the audience, to take their minds away from the problems. That's why they spend millions and millions and millions of dollars on sports, to send all these people into these amphitheaters to watch grown people ram into each other. It's to get them to forget whatever problems are outside the amphitheater or the arena, right? Your job as entertainment is to soothe the savage beast, right? So part of that is the confidence to walk all over the stage, to laugh and enjoy every moment. You cannot be afraid. I know it's hard to say. I mean, it's hard to do and easy to say, but you have to enjoy and give them the opportunity to enjoy sharing this moment and this space with you. Okay. And so, tip number 6 goes along with that. Don't fear the mistakes. Everyone makes them. The last time I sang, I was on a date and at La Louisiane, and it was on a Sunday, and they have an open mic. And the band was great. And so I was like, "Oh, I want to sing." They were like, "Well, if you're a singer, you would like to sing." So I went up to the bar and I sang If I Ain't Got You by Alicia Keys. And I was nervous because this was it was either a first or a second date. And so I didn't really know the guy that well. I had never been to the restaurant at dinner time. I'd been for lunch several times, years and years and years ago, but this was like the first time since COVID that I had been there. So it was just a lot of stuff going on in my head. And so I wasn't as focused in the beginning. And so I'm like, some people live for the fortune. Brain blank. I forgot the words. I don't know what the next word is. And then someone said, some people live just to play the game. And then I was like, some people. And then I sang the rest of the thing, the rest of the song, and people ate it up. They laughed because I was smiling as I was singing and, singing gibberish, but people enjoyed that moment because I was singing, had no idea what the next word was. So I just went along with the melody and just kind of ad-libbed around it, right? So the worst thing that can happen is that people laugh. And that means they're having a good time. And so you should not take personal if they laugh. Okay? You should be laughing with them. You should turn every obstacle is an opportunity for art. Okay? All right. So before you get to the club, stage, restaurant, party, make sure that you are well hydrated. Drink plenty of water, maybe with a little salt, like a pinch for a tall glass of water, a little pinch of salt that will help to electrify the water so that it's not just still water, that it's got some minerals in it, like some pink salt or a black salt or um, something that's not so refined. Um, because you don't want to have to go use the bathroom all the time for all the water you need to be hydrated. So you need to put a little salt in it, so that you can be well lubricated and you don't have that dry throat feeling. because you're going to be a little bit stressed every time you perform. And so you don't want your vocal folds to lock up and not create any sound because there's no water, there's no moisture, rather. And you don't really want to drink citrus like orange juice, lemon juice, because that might strip the moisture, right? So you want something like an herbal tea, um, or water with a little salt in it. But anything just to keep your voice well hydrated and moisturized. Okay, tip number 8. Look good, right? Put your, put a little lipstick on, put a little mascara on, have your hair cut nice, have a spiffy shirt. Excuse me. Have a spiffy shirt, some nice pants or a dress or cute shorts. Look nice. Because if you look good, people are going to think, oh, she's going to sound great. He's going to sound amazing, right? But make sure that you're comfortable. You don't want to wear clothes that are too restrictive. You don't want to wear heels that are so high that you can barely walk in them. Um, you want to be comfortable, but very, very cute. If it's an upscale bar, you want to look date ready. And if it's casual, jeans and a cute shirt. Make sure that you look good, right? Just cross those T's and dot those I's. Yeah. Okay. So, tip number 9, equipment. If you can avoid going first, great. That way you can hear what the mic sounds like on another person. And when you go up on stage, make sure that you're not too close to the mic. Make sure that you're not too close to the mic because then they can't hear you, right? You'll muffle the sound. So you want to be maybe like this much away, your thumb on your face and the mic where your pinky is. That's how far away from the mic at the most. This is the best. Like you want to be right on top of the mic. Because having the mic down here doesn't help you, right? It's supposed to amplify. And if it's this close to your face, it's picking up the room instead of your mouth. You want it to be right in front of your mouth. So when you go up on stage, before the music starts, say, "Hey, ladies and gentlemen," so that you can hear if you can hear yourself and you can hear if the audience can hear you. By saying, "Hey," introducing yourself, "I'm Omega. Y'all feeling all right tonight?" Yeah, yeah, right? And then they can talk back to you. That breaks some of the tension, and your voice is already moving. You're speaking on top of your breath so that once you start singing, it's good to go. And once the music starts, before the melody comes in, maybe hum um just hum a little bit of some harmonic stuff so that you can hear how you sound while the music is playing before the melody comes in, before the first verse or the first chorus comes in. And that also sets them up with, oh, oh, she's live and in person, right? As opposed to them only hearing what they normally hear on the record. Now, if you sound just like Lou Rawls, do that thing because that's exciting to see that in a karaoke bar. But if you don't sound as good as the previous artist, go ahead and change it up and start with a hum, start with a little something so that you're setting up the audience for a good moment, right? So, talking to the mic before the music starts, and once the music starts, test out with a little hum or a little ooh to hear how you sound on top of the music. Okay. If you can hold the mic, great. If you can't hold the mic or don't want to hold the mic, just make sure that you're not too close. But don't start singing until the mic is in the place that you want it to be in. Okay. Because your mic is your best friend, it's your connection to the audience. All right. Wrapping it up with tip number 10, have fun. Karaoke is all about enjoying music with other people. Don't take it too seriously. Laugh, smile. The more fun you have, the more fun your audience will have. Be the clown, be the joy, be the tears if necessary, right? Remember, you are supposed to be the catalyst to help people feel the things that they need to feel and don't want to feel or can't feel. That's why people hear live music and hear live art. People go to the theater to hear and feel stories, right? They go to concert to feel and hear stories, right? So have a good time doing it. And so whether you hit every note or not, you're sharing something special with the audience. At the bare minimum, you're sharing your passion for music, right? But on the optimal experience, optimal side, that you are sharing a life-changing moment where someone can really be touched by whatever you're singing about. You could be really helping someone change their outlook on life or just their outlook for the day. Maybe they're having a terrible day and they needed a pick me up. You could be that pick me up. Okay. So, but have a good time because karaoke is nothing but fun. I never thought it was fun until I moved to Japan and I saw how much fun it could be. Um, because here in Los Angeles it's very competitive and it's almost like uh showtime at the Apollo, right? Everyone trying to outsing the other person. But in Japan, it's much more communal and you go after work. And so you've worked a whole long day. Then the boss is like, let's go out for karaoke. And everyone has to go and everyone has to drink. And then so you're tipsy in front of your boss and coworkers, and you have to then get up and sing. Though, because their ears are better trained than American ears, most everyone sings in tune. They may not sing great, but everyone sings in tune. They all understand how to sing higher, how to sing lower, and how to sing in time. They all understand that, as a general rule. But here we're not, if you don't really go, if you're not religious, there's really no training for children to grow up in music. Like if you're Jewish, you'll go to a synagogue and they have cantors, churches for Christians and mosques for Muslims here in the so but outside of religious worship, there isn't a lot of places where you can actually train in music. Um, so anyway, I mean, we have a few schools, but it's not culturally something that is ingrained like in Asia. Um, but that's off topic. But we're finished with our topics for the day. In closing, these are my top karaoke tips to help you impress the crowd and have an amazing time. And if you found these tips helpful, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. We have so many subscribers already. Thank you all so much. In the comments below, share your favorite karaoke songs. And maybe you can sing them on our next concert. Our next concert, where's my poster? Our season 1 concert is on November 23rd at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay, that's 8 p.m. in New York. And so Monique and Jules are going to sing. I'm going to sing some song, probably 2 songs from my new album. I got my track from my editor for my first song that I mixed, that I finished recording all the different parts and singing, and it's all mixed. And it's so pretty and so sad at the same time because the song is a sad song. It's called Mirror. I don't know if I'll do that on the show because I don't know if I want to be sad on the show, but um, it's getting dark out here. But yeah, so on again on November 23rd That's a day before my 45th 49th birthday, you guys. I'm old. I'm an old lady. Old lady. Anyway, but yeah, so we're gonna have that day, and maybe if you guys sign up to be a part of our community, you can join us on that concert. You have to sign up by next week if you want to be on that concert. But um it's just going to be a short presentation because it's probably going to be like 6 songs because Jules and Monique will start new music next week, not this Saturday, but the next Saturday. um and also, so if you go to omegabone.com to join our community, those prices are only available in October. Okay, so get in before they're gone. In November, everyone will have to pay $25 for the classes on YouTube. And um, I'm going to open up some individual slots because there's people that don't want to have, they don't want to be on YouTube learning. They want to be on YouTube finished. But it's cheaper if you do the class. If you do the private lessons, those are $150 an hour, except if you buy a series. And then I think it's $25 off. Let me think. Anything else? The concert finale. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I think that's about it. Tell a friend. Get on board. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. So I will see you guys tomorrow for our next lesson. And you guys warm up every day, sing every day. Bye, guys.